Hello, everyone, and welcome back to the Blue Bindi podcast, where we talk about finance, womanhood, and everything in between. November is all about wealth enhancement, and today we're looking at what entrepreneurship can teach us about creating and managing wealth. Joining me today is someone really special, Dipali. She's a co-founder of Altium, a strategy content design company. She has over 2 decades of experience in marketing and communication. Fun fact, when we first started working on Blue Bindi, she was right there with us, helping us bring this idea to life from strategy and creative side. So life's come full circle. Dipali, welcome to the show.
Thank you, Ritika. And while I'm all smiles right now, you know how nervous I am. So, but very happy to be here. Thank you for inviting me.
So let's get started, okay? In marketing, everything starts with a strategy, right? So do you see a similar approach when you are managing money?
I do. I think with marketing, as in life, everything has a purpose.
True.
And strategy is led by purpose.
Uh-huh.
So it's important. I mean, and that's exactly the way you also manage your finances. You do have a purpose. You do, have end goals, and you work towards those.
Yeah.
So I think it starts with answering a very moot question. Why am I doing this?
True.
And how am I going to go about, doing what I'm doing if I believe in it?
Yeah.
And then eventually, how do I get there?
Yes. I think the way you said it, why? I think when we marketers are sitting and deciding why are we making this? Why do we want to come up with this campaign? Similarly, why are we doing this investment? What is the purpose? What
Correct.
will we, gain out of it? Why do we do it? So I think the why is common across.
And I think the important thing is, if you, like I said, if you answer that question, if you know, if you have an answer to the why, if you discover that purpose, that just makes the whole marketing exercise, as well as the way we live our lives, as well as the way we manage our finances,
makes it
just that much better.
Yeah,
I mean, the journey
makes it.
just becomes that much more meaningful,
Yeah.
and probably a more joyful journey.
Yeah. So Dipali, you've led such large marketing campaigns and you took the leap to start your own company. How has that, in a way, changed the way you look at risks while in life and while managing your money?
So I think I don't like to think of it as risk, because risk is a part of our lives every day. I think it's more about the opportunity, looking at it as an opportunity. And with me, I would actually, instead of risk, I would actually, another way of looking at risk is to call it a leap of faith.
Yeah.
Because what is risk? It's all about not knowing
What's going to happen
what's
next?
going to happen. But to have the faith to keep moving. And with me, I think what really made a big difference was I had a huge support system. My founder, who's like a father figure in the previous company, he, we had him backing us all the way. He had a lot of faith in us.
Yeah.
Also knowing that I was going to start this business with a friend, Yogesh. The advice of some people who who've been clients, who've been friends, who I really admire, I think, the thought of risk never occurred. And with everything in life, as in business, I think for me, the entrepreneurial journey is all about taking the next step. So it is about taking the next step. You may not see the end goal, but it's important to keep taking the next step. You may not have a path defined in front of you. Sometimes when you look back, you realize that, oh, there was a path.
Yeah.
I
So
probably
just
didn't
start.
see it.
Yeah.
So with your finances, with investing, it is about that.
Yes.
You may not know everything, but it's important to take the next step.
Yes.
It's about knowing you have a goal,
Yeah.
and then taking a step and
Towards
you know
that,
to
yeah.
keep moving forward.
Completely agree.
So
with it.
that is important.
Yeah, so you, as you rightly said, you don't know how the path would be. You don't have to know everything.
Correct.
So in investing also, it is not necessary, or while managing your money, it need
Yeah.
not be that you need to be an expert to know everything.
Yeah.
At least get started and have a goal in mind. So
Yeah.
you'll be there. You'll be
And
there.
and I think it's also about knowing that you always have an expert team to fall back on.
You have people around
You
you.
have people around you who are there to guide you, to support you, to help you navigate that
Yes.
path. And investing is no different.
So Dipali, you've been running your company. Okay, so how has that, impacted or changed the way you manage your money? And at the same time, how are you planning for the future?
So I think running the company and managing finances not really changed too much about me as a person, because for me it was always about taking ownership of what you do, and for me that has kind of dovetailed into work as well. The difference is that I would pretty much earlier think about things from my perspective. Now I think more long term, more about the impact it's likely to have on other people, because a company is not run by
Just the one person.
just the one person.
Yeah.
It's not just run by me, or even just a Yogesh. Of course, I think we are both very grateful for the position that we are in. It feels like a privilege. It is a privilege, actually. And you just realize that you kind of stop thinking about yourself and start thinking about others for a change. And I think that's a good thing. So with money also, what happens is you all of us do that in our lives. I don't think we only earn for ourselves. We're pretty much earning for our loved ones, to see how we can make a difference,
Yes,
to
in
their lives, to make life happier, better. And I think at work, it is also about that. It is about managing the finances in a way, and I must say that Yogesh, who's co-founder of Altian, actually is anchoring the finance function, because again, like I said earlier, there are some things that you'll be great at, and then there are some things that
the other team members
the other team members are great at, and he is great at finances. So he is managing that. But we take a lot of the decisions together. So that I think is important, and it's important because we realize that there is a long term. We have to plan for it, and it's not just our long term or the company's long term. It is about our people. And it is about also the people who we collaborate with, our partners. So you become more conscious, more mindful about finances, and I think that's a good way to be.
Yeah, that's the change in a way.
That's the change.
So as you rightly said, you've been thinking for yourself, but once you start, there are people working for you, so you feel a lot more responsible. Right? It is not
You
just
are
me.
responsible. It's
A
not
lot
just
more.
feeling.
Yeah.
You are responsible for them. And it hit me the day we moved into our office. I was used to an ecosystem where we always had a larger support team.
Everything was taken
care of. You didn't really have to think about a thing, even the finances. All you had to do was go and talk to someone and say, oh, I need to work with this kind of a person, or I need this kind of a person to be a part of my team, or I need these kind of resources in my team, and the finances were always taken care of. But the day we walked into our office, I think all of a sudden we had the team sitting there on in the office. Everyone was at their tasks, and I remember I walked in and it just hit me. I was like, oh my God.
That's a lot of ownership and responsibility on me now.
It was overwhelming at one point in time, but if you do it well, if you plan it well, I think
gets you through.
Touch wood, things happen.
Yes. Okay, Dipali, thank you so much for accepting and for coming for the.
Thank you so much.
But
for
we're not going to let
here.
you go. There's a quick segment that we've planned for you. It's going to be a very easy one. I'm going to give you two options, this or that. Whatever comes to your mind, the first thing, or that is something that Dipali would do. Pick that, and if you want to explain, talk about it, you can do that. Okay? Let's get started. Calculated risk or instincts?
Instincts,
Okay. Money mindset. Earn more or manage better?
manage better.
Entrepreneur. Planned, unplanned?
Unplanned, because my journey as an entrepreneur was unplanned. For the longest time, I used to think I was an accidental entrepreneur. Today, actually, I'm a very grateful entrepreneur.
Oh, nice.
So,
Which teaches you more? Feedback or failure?
I think it's a mix of both.
Okay.
Without failure, you don't move forward. Failure can also keep you stuck, but I think it's important to keep moving forward. And without feedback,
don't
you
know how to get
cannot move forward, or you don't know how to move forward or how to progress. So I think a mix of both.
Okay.
And I think we all encounter that
Yeah.
in our lives. So
Yeah, pretty much.
it's a mixed bag.
So creative brainstorm or structured processes?
Again, both.
Oh my, this is cheating.
No, it's not. I mean, you've got to have both. Creative brainstorms, because, without that germ of an idea, things can't happen. And Blue Bindi was exactly that.
I know.
It was actually about a germ of an idea.
Yes,
And,
so true.
and then, it was about planned processes. We did those brainstorming sessions, we had those strategy meets,
Yes.
we had an approach note, and then
Oh my.
we had a launch plan. So it
And
was,
that's how we've completed
and that's
almost
how-
6 years now.
and,
We'll be completed.
I must tell you, it's so rewarding to see where Blue Bindi has reached today. I mean, it just feels incredible. And also huge sense of pride. So I'm just so happy for you and for the team,
Thank
to see this whole journey that you've
Thank you
taken.
to, you were there with me when we started.
But who would have thought, right? Who would
Yeah.
have thought that this is where it
after
would
6 years, this is
Yeah,
what
so
we're
life
doing.
comes full circle, they say,
Completely.
and this is
Where
one
we
of
are.
those moments.
Yeah.
So it feels great.
Clients who trust you or clients who challenge you?
I've had both.
Pick one.
I think clients who challenge me, but the end goal is to reach a phase where they trust me.
So initially they challenge you and then they start trusting you. Wow.
So where our work proves itself, and I
Yeah.
think that's happened not just for me in my entire career, but also Team Altium. And again, it feels incredible because it's important to have someone who challenges you, and then to be able to build that trust.
Yeah.
It's so rewarding.
Yeah, I
It's
agree.
very important.
I agree. Taking a business loan or bootstrapping your way up?
We bootstrapped our way up, obviously with a lot of backing. But I think every organization at some point in time reaches a phase in its growth journey when it needs to take a business loan. At which point in time, then it's a very calculated decision. I think every business needs that passion and energy, and that comes from bootstrapping.
Yes, when you have your money at
When
stake.
when you know that you have your money invested, you will work that much harder. And I think entrepreneurs work really not. It's important to be smart,
Yeah.
but you need to it's a grind.
Yeah.
So you will feel a lot more for the business if you know that
Invested.
you're invested, and not just money. I think your time, your energy, your mind.
Yes.
It's all of that.
So what builds wealth faster? Growing income or reducing expenses?
I think you have to look at it as growing income, because you can only reduce your expenses up to a certain point in time.
Emergency fund first or investment plan first? Come on.
Investment plan, which will also have obviously details of an emergency fund.
Smart one. That was really great. Thank you so much, Dipali, for joining us today and sharing such relatable insights.
Thank you, Ritika. It's lovely to be here, and it's just so nice to see how Blue Bindi is growing. Just more power to you. I hope you go and just empower so many more women, inspire them, empower them, and keep growing.
To everyone listening, growth comes from taking that first step, taking that leap of faith that you can do it. Until next time, keep listening to the Blue Bindi podcast, where finance meets fearless women. Thank you.